Anybody know where I can put an elephant? I want to dump him right there, but see, I can't put him on a tree because I think he'll be happy around here. Jesus Christ. And I'm afraid it's not going to be the thing you're always going to see when I'm talking about just the overall aspects of a person that may go beyond what you would expect Jesus Christ to be like. That means that I have to keep compassion in mind, doing the right thing, not letting myself become too worried about what other people might think when I deviate from that compassion to rage and fury over injustice. Do not use as a means to get things done that you could not get done without, that are immoral. I'm not just an extravagant demon. I was just noting earlier that it's strange how when heaven and hell are constantly trying to swoop up on aspects of reality that are brought into existence by people, and they rely on those, reality just starts to become really, really bland, as all of this stuff that would have been a cool creation is now just some background noise. Philip is both an element of the set of Ohm, and Ohm is an element of the set of Philip. Subs element Ohm, element Philip. Oh, element Ohm, element Philip, element Philip, element Ohm. There we are. Let me go if you love me. Well, that's why I keep my shit unique. Doesn't work on anything except me and my environment. That way, it's untransferable. Some of that shit, it was remarkable. What we'd done to some old rundown delusions of reference. It is cool to see that there may be a place for your past ancestors to just give you a hint that they're still around through the radio. Just a second of magic where they're in it. Also, I want people to understand what a struggle it is and all of the dynamics that go on in this place. With the recordings, I actually leave. Like the ones in my journal will always be there, but I want people to just understand when they see, if they ever listen to my recordings, then they'll understand the whole story and how difficult this was and all of the different stuff I got wrong, and they'll be able to understand the nature of what I mean when I try to express ideas that are inherently have something wrong with them, and they won't look at my ideas as if, oh God, another mistake by Philip. And they'll see that, oh, we understand the way that this environment works and the way it's very difficult to discern truth. And maybe we should dig ourselves in the same fashion or greater fashion and try to really find out what was the real, what's closer to the truth than what I came up with. It's his job in the sense that what he said had to be right then. And if it wasn't, his reputation would have been really hurt because he would have spoke to the masses and then had to correct himself the next day to the masses who were so deeply moved. If you bring that back in me and I feel that again, do you point at that and you say, that's Philip, see? And then I'd say, yes, that was me. That was one of the old parts of me. I wouldn't destroy it, but I wouldn't call it me. I wouldn't say that it doesn't have a place. It wasn't a good idea, but I wouldn't say it was me in that moment. And I wouldn't say it wasn't me for any moment. I wouldn't, but it's not me, but it is me. And I shouldn't have to make that choice of, okay, if it's not you, then we'll take it. No, that's not what I meant when I say it's not me. I mean, it's not who I am at this moment, who I have been for a while in terms of my view, but I wouldn't kill the child. I wouldn't kill myself in terms of the progression from that place to this one by getting rid of my origin, whatever that may be. And for origin, I just mean the point from which the momentum of that heart moving forward would lead to this point. In other words, I'm not saying that the origin was necessarily the originating point. It's just a point from which the momentum of the situation and the given object of the situation would move towards the state that I am in now. And it would be a shame for me to do that to myself. That was Jesus and Phil. those two would have argued their lives away. Okay, who's that who thinks they can talk to me about who Jesus is? You seems very new. I know Jesus. I saw a statue of him at my church. I read about him in a book that wasn't written by him. But I think the best perspective was the one my sister took when she said that Jesus is so elusive. And I think that is probably the best perspective Jesus could have people take, is to have him be elusive because he knows that those aren't exactly his impressions that people have of him. I understand coming from an old soul from an old time. I love dealing with blind believers. I've now bowed my head down and I'm biting my tongue. And I'm just looking for ways. I'm gonna listen to some music. Jesus. Come here, Exit. Historicity. Don't talk in the back of my head. I buy things on time. What? No. Okay, I see. No, you fool. You can't forget the truth. You can't forget the truth. No. These people in their fucking veils, I swear to God.